Podcast with the president of the Tuscaloosa Track Club, Ed Freeman, and our special guest is Tim Eads.
Hi, Greg. Great to have Tim with us today. We're very honored. Running is a very efficient fitness activity, probably the most efficient. It very much rewards good habits and it punishes bad habits. And we have a great example here. My friend Tim Eads has lost 268 pounds over the last few years. And great inspiration for everyone. And it's great to have you here today.
Thank you, sir. I enjoyed being here.
Tim, you went to the doctor one day and he said, Tim, you need to change the way you're living your life because you were very overweight and your diet, well, was loaded with junk food and that kind of thing. Talk about that day, how it changed the way you live into where you are now.
Well, the day I went to the doctor looked at me and told me I had an option to live or to die. And he gave me, Greg, said, you have about a year to live, a year and a half to live, and that would be my option. So it was not a very hard decision to make to change my life. So I made that decision and started off that day, just a kind of a cold turkey deal, saying, hey, here's what some things I have to change in my life.
What was your weight at that point?
My weight was 430 pounds. That's a good bit of weight to carry around as a boy.
That is. And I bet you were tired a lot, probably didn't get much exercise.
No, had no exercise at all. I was just going to work, back at home, church, whatever, but no exercise at all.
So before you became healthy, you made that choice, what kind of diet, what were you eating at that time?
Everything I could put my hands on, Greg. I'm going to tell you, probably my favorite thing that I love to do was go to Crystal's for lunch. Would be 15 double Crystal cheese, 2 large fries, and a 2-liter Coke. So hefty meal for a boy.
Woo! Yeah.
Big time.
Any room for dessert after all that?
No, but I'd be ready for dinner for sure. Well, I knew I had to change. If I wanted, I had 2 young children and a wife, and I wanted to make sure I was around for several more years and many more years. So I went home, decided what we had to do. We did that. Once I started, I cut out cold turkey. A lot of things that I didn't eat, Ed, I cut out my bread, my pasta, rice, milk, sugar, soft drinks, and salt. And it's now been 14 years. But even on the first day, Greg, I could not just walk real far because I knew I had to exercise. I had to change my eating habits, but if I just changed that, it was not going to happen.
So how far did you walk?
My first day was probably a little less than a quarter of a mile. It was up to from my house to Flatwoods Elementary School, around the playground and back home, and that was all I could do for 2 weeks.
You probably really winded and all.
Oh yeah.
And did you try to keep up with that every day?
I did that every day. I did that for 2 weeks in a row, and every 2 weeks I would change it and go a little further every 2 weeks just to change something up until I could get to where I could run a mile.
And so you saw progress immediately.
Oh, very quickly.
Because I bring that up because there are plenty of people, some who are watching this right now, who are thinking, I really do need exercise. I really need to get off the couch. I need to live better so I can live longer for my family and my loved ones. And they may feel like, oh, I just get too tired. And the motivation, and you're saying, hey, just get out there, make yourself, one step at a time, set goals.
Yeah,
and
just
keep
do it.
going along.
Just do it. I was just going to say that. A friend of mine in Texas and I talk about every day about what we've done yesterday. And if I can't do my whole workout, I at least want to do something every day.
Yep.
It may not be the full force that I normally want to get, a 5 or 10 mile day, but if I can only get a mile in, then I got a mile in that I didn't get. So it's better to have something to be able to do and just stay at it every day. I'm a little obsessive about it. I'm a 7-day workout type person, which is kind of hard, but some days I take a day off and go, I deserve this day.
Well, one thing I've noticed from you feel great now, don't you?
Oh my gosh. If you can tell the energy I have,
infectious,
it's a whole lot better because I can't wait to get home. I run with my daughter. That's a good day. Walk with my wife. My son's in shape. So we do a lot of things as a family. So it's changed, not just me, but it's changed our whole family.
Made your whole life better. That's great.
And that weight loss you're talking about, you were over 400 pounds. Talk about how that weight loss, you mentioned in a year and a half, you were half that weight?
It probably took me a year and a half to lose a good 175 to 200 pounds. But I mean, I really went strict with it because I wanted to live. I mean, that's really why you
That's a
want
good
to do
motivation.
this. It is a great motivation to keep you going, and I had to have that, and I had to have things set before me as a pattern to go, here's what you got to do to make it happen, and it worked.
And I would think as you're seeing the results and it just inspires you to keep going, and you felt good and you noticed those results, and that's really the message that we're trying to get out here too, that to just get off the couch, just do it, and you will see. If you stick with it and you set yourself goals, reachable, attainable goals, and just keep achieving. You hit a bar and then set a new goal and keep reaching higher and
keep
higher,
moving
like
forward.
what you're doing. Like you said, you start off walking and then you're trying to do a mile. Now you're running 5Ks. You've done a half marathon, haven't you?
I have.
I mean, so you've set those goals and you've raised the bar and you feel great about it. It's a great story, without a doubt.
We enjoy doing it, and I can tell you that's there. If you ever need help, Ed's always there. Greg knows more about running than I would ever begin to know, but I'm telling you, just find somebody that'll go with you. These guys do stuff all the time down at the pub, and at Wagner's are always there to help you, but
Yeah, with the
find
track
somebody
club.
that just wants to walk with you and begin to start. There's plenty of people that'll do it. I do that for people all the time. But it still gets me out walking. Even if I'm not running, I'm still exercising.
Well, another thing, if you're setting goals, the 5K races, and there are quite a few around Tuscaloosa, just about every weekend. I mean, that's another way to motivate yourself, where you run during the week because you're looking to that next race to do a personal
Right.
record, or to place, or to win,
To
or
win.
something.
Finally,
You have to keep
52.
pushing yourself.
Yeah, that's right. Well, thank you so much, Tim. It's a great story and very motivating.
Thank you,
Without
sir,
a
for
doubt.
having
Yeah.
me. I appreciate it.
And for the president of the Tuscaloosa Track Club, a guy who knows a few things about running, Ed Freeman, and I'm Greg Thomas. Thanks for checking out Inside Tuscaloosa Running.